History is repeating. I can feel it in my loins. Look at this picture, friends. You're very aware of this picture, right? Of all these J Powell memes. How did Daddy Powell get his money printer? Yes, guys, yes. Let's actually play some nice Pikachu jungle music. You remember those memes, friends, in 2021? Well, it wasn't always like that, you see. So why is history repeating? You're going to eventually see that I can feel the story repeating. Now, in 2018, friends, nobody understood me when I was speaking about quantitative easing and the money printer. Okay, so if we go back to 2021, I was speaking about these things, friends. And remember, crypto was actually getting destroyed. We capitulated down. And I was telling everyone, remember, friends, I had my friend here. I had a couple of friends. One friend bought XRP, 80 grand at the top. And I was trying to tell all my friends, remember, like just people live their normal lives and there's normies. And I'm trying to tell them, government debt, money printer, the system's going to crack. They only have one button to press. It's quantitative easing in the money printer. And I'm just throwing all these concepts out. And I'm trying to explain it one by one. And the debt's too big. And everyone was like in one ear, out the other. And then, as you know, friends, right, it was only after Bitcoin went to 14K that people wanted to listen, and especially later on. But this is where you really got to pay attention, because I was trying to tell everyone about the money printer, about the debt, about the government, and no one would listen. No one understood. However, we now fast forward, friends, to the zombie virus. And then they turned on the money printer, right? But this is the interesting part. They went money printer plus 40% money supply, bang. And people were still bearish. It wasn't easy, friends. Like all you're looking at was this big candle. No one knew that this thing was going to work. No one. You're just looking at that. Everybody thought we're going to have another extended bear market. We're going to go like that. Now, when did people start learning, baby dolls? It was obviously, as you know, history. We went all the way up. And after Bitcoin was now 50, 60K, going up 5, 6X, now people were paying attention. But what was happening at the top up here, friends, GameStop, GME, and the establishment and how they print money, all of that was going on here, you see? And also, there's something interesting that was also appearing up top here, friends. There was worldwide coverage of the money printer. It was appearing everywhere. It was appearing on many YouTubers. Everybody had to chime in. What is quantitative easing and how does it work? And they were doing it 12 months after it started. So this is my summary, right? When the 2021 crypto peak came, everyone was now aware of the money printer and they got exuberant with their euphoric spending. It was the green candles in crypto and stonks that made them research all about QE and the money printer scam. So to my shock, friends, like we went from no one knows what the hell I'm talking about to now all over YouTube, all over the crypto Twitter, stocks Twitter, everyone was like, oh, this is the QE. This is how it all works. And now, looking back, that's a warning sign. That means the non-believers are in. If you really believed in it, you would have bought in to assets before they activated it. You would have bought low. Now, how is history repeating? Because the global liquidity cycle, I think, is this cycle's QE money printing term. And I want you to know they're the same thing. They're all a money printer. It's just we don't have the word QE anymore. You know, friends, if you go and check it, you know, QE, when we did QE, they did QE1 in like 2013. Then they did QE2, then QE3. They had Operation Twist. Then they had QE Infinite. All right. So they just kept doing this QE. Now we said the word QE too many times. It doesn't instill confidence anymore. Okay. What about now? In the 2022 bear market, I was talking about global liquidity and the fake US Fed accounts, which was just money printing disguised by newly labeled words. So if you go to BT Coin, friends, right here, and we go slowly down here, and now we look at it. This was basically everything going down. Here we have Davey Soy Hoffman. Shout out to Davey Soy Hoffman. So, friends, what was happening down here was the US Fed was hiking rates. Okay, as you can see, what I can do now is actually add, you type in Fed fund rate, and you can actually add it on a new price scale. And here you are right now. And just because you're my friend, I'm probably going to go make it just a nice white line so you can see. See this, how hiking rates, the scale's on the right hand side actually here. So it goes from 0%, they hike. This is what was going on, right? They hike it up, they hike. Now, as it was happening, I did not have the chart for Global Liquidity Index. I think Mr. Kevin Svensson hadn't made it yet, but I knew what was going on. Because friends, once you know, you're here 18 hours a day. You know it's a scam. Their hiking was all a full grift. It was manipulation and trickery. They were hiking with one hand, and then they were plugging holes with the money printer in the other hand. They were still doing that while they were hiking to make sure things didn't implode hugely in the stock market as things were going down. And what I can do now is just show you the daily chart of the stock market, friends. So this was the stock market. That was 2022. This was it going down. We were just going down and down. Everything was going down. Crypto down. The Kippy. Remember the Kippy was going high. So yes, I really do mean that, friends. I showed in 2022, I was making all these posts, right, for the like 3 people left who were still in crypto at the time. I was showing that the US money supply, it grows on average around 4% per year, compounded every year, 4 to 5% per year. It's about 5, okay? And then they say the Kippy's around 3. So there's a spread there. Where's that spread go? It goes to all the insiders that came to an effect and everything else out here, okay? So we already knew something dodgy was going on. So in 2022, we knew it. Now, no one believed me. No one believed me. Go back, check Twitter, go check YouTube. It was the same narrative. And remember, friends, I was calling the bottom, and I was saying, well, man, as you have it right here, friends, this is one of my most confident bottom signal posts was right here. I am your friend, and I am calling the bottom. The bottom is officially in for crypto. Forbes have just released an article saying that Bitcoin could go to negative prices. They also said that crypto is going down to 0 because of carbon taxes. That's right, 0. Here's the article. Going negative, the Bitcoin worst case explained. And Bitcoin was like 16, 17K, right? And I remember I was actually saying, well, the FTX thing is done, but I'm just showing you the time, man. So they hiked, and I'm yelling at everyone saying, dude, it's not a real hike. They were printing money on the other hand. Do you get it? They're trying to manipulate this CPI thing, the Kippy. And everyone's just looking at me like saying, hey, if you were so smart, you'd be a billionaire. And even if you are smart, they were saying, well, I don't feel good right now. Crypto's exploding to the downside. There's blood, there's terror. Everything's a scam. Everyone's a grifter. And it was just very, very, very depressing. So I don't blame them for having that view. But you just got to see it firsthand, friends. Like me just saying, I'm your friend. The bottom is officially in. I mean, like just when I saw that article, I was so compelled to go, you know what? No more of these innuendos. No, the bottom's actually in. Bro, you're talking about negative prices? Get out of here. Let me tell you something, friends. I dreamed, I had a bit of a daydream. I thought, what if at the top of our cycle, maybe it happens in 12 months, we just see a Forbes article saying, why crypto can keep going up forever? What if they say something like that? What if they say the self-fulfilling prophecy, the positive flywheel crypto, it can't slow down. Nothing can slow it down. It's just going to keep going. That'll be great. Because that'll be like our... if that happens, that'll be my cue basically to let everyone know, go, hey friends, please, do you have any leverage positions? Pay off your debt now. Pay it off. I'm not telling you to sell anything in particular. Just go pay off your debt now. Get rid of your leverage right now. If you are in non-core coins, in like, you know, different chains that you don't really believe in, probably rotate to their cores. That'll be saying. But obviously, hopefully the price is like 50 to 100x higher. But if such a moment happens, I'm like, dude, they're literally telling us prices are going to infinity. They're literally telling us prices are going up forever. It's the polar opposite of when they said prices were going negative. Okay? So I'm looking forward to that moment, friends, but that moment's not here yet. Now, remember in 2022, I'm yelling, no one's listening. I'm yelling, crickets, okay? Today, a few people have caught on, right? So the global liquidity cycle and the fact that people are slowly, depends on what's global liquidity. So it's just money printer. So they have QE in one column on their Microsoft Excel sheet, and it's got like $3 in there. It's 3 trillion, whatever. Now they don't have QE anymore. What they do is they make 3 separate columns, and they have 1 + 1 + 1. There you go. It's a TGA, the reverse repo, the BTFP, all these other BS things. It's like they write articles like, oh, no, this is a government currency loan swap, blah, 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 blah. Just it's all the same thing, man. You see, but they're obfuscating to basically instill confidence in people because, like, when you're like, oh, this thing's a bazooka and it works, if you really understood what it really was, you wouldn't believe it anymore. You see, you'd know that you'd basically looking at the magician's sleeves and you realize, oh, it's not magic. You just printed money again. That's what they don't want because it loses its effectiveness. The rest of the market doesn't believe what I'm saying right now, friends. It seems like the trend is that by 2025 next year, when Bitcoin is much higher, everyone in the world will be talking about the global liquidity cycle. So this is the global liquidity cycle. So in a nutshell, friends, I mentioned, like, you know, in 2008, the world economy died. They put rates to 0. And then the governments now, all they do is they print money to pay off the interest. And then when it gets out of hand in the inflation, they cut it all off. And they just keep doing it until the debt just basically blows to the shit house and they just migrate everybody over. They rebase everyone. The population loses again. And they move on to the new system, CBDCs. Okay, so we are in the blue ocean area. Crypto, scarce. They can't print that. Okay. When's the economy going to crack? We don't know. But I think they can kick the can down the road again. Friends, they got a lot of tricks up their sleeves, man. Like, we haven't even gotten to the international currency swap BS yet. And I've mentioned this to you multiple times. Just get it through your head. Because when it happens, it's going to be great. Just when you think it's over, they're going to come in and US Fed's going to print money. And then they're going to swap money with Europe. And then keep their currency on their balance sheet. And then they're going to do some like BS. It's just going to be. It's literally just going to be. You press the printer and like... You ever played Monopoly? You're the banker and I'm the banker. I print money and I give you a $500 note, and then you print money and give me the $500 note. Ta-da! It's going to be so funny when they do it. Oh, and it's going to work. It's going to work. So we've got a few tricks. They can keep the Ponzi going for longer than you think, okay? Now, this global liquidity cycle, friends, no one's talking about it much. Yes, Mick Hovel, he made it. I made a video all about it. Raoul Pal talks about it. But look, even though Raoul talks about it all the time, friends, he's got 1 million followers, even he knows no one's paying attention, brother, until Bitcoin's like 185,000. Right? When Bitcoin's 185,000, they're like, whoa, excuse me? Global liquidity, what? A tricycle? How the hell did you predict it was going to happen again? Just like the QE thing, it's just a QE money print all over again. Okay? Now, I'm going to get to some specifics. We might even see Meet Kevin and other YouTubers make videos about it, showing us that we are now at the top of the cycle. So this is obviously Meet Kevin's YouTube page. I'm just scrolling down. A warning to investors. What banks just did. Friends, that's from 3 years ago. You see that major freak out. So you can just see the Federal Reserve is going bankrupt. Complete collapse. Come on, bro. You serious? Excuse me. A year ago, the Federal Reserve, come on. The coming economic collapse, the crash is 8 months ago, man. Wow, he had George Gammon on 8 months ago. Wow, has it been that long? The Fed's plan. See these, friends? So Feds to cut rates to 0. So when Kevin starts making, hey, there's a global liquidity cycle, guys, and I'm going to do these and do that. When he's cranking out those videos and everyone's like longing stocks because of them, yeah, that's our sign. But not now, not now. This is Pikachu enjoying a nice meal. With that's that Fanta orange juice, friends. It's very lovely. So here's some other ones, right? So the top signals. It might be when we know the non-believers are in. Coinbase App Store might be ranked number 1. Jim Cramer might be bullish. And we will have a lot of euphoria. GM. Okay. So, Grand Mango. Looking at all of these, friends, you can kind of put it all together now. It's like repeating. Like, when the prices are low in 2018, I was yelling about that QE and the money printer and all these. They're going to print money. They're going to print money. No one believed. Then they did do it. And still no one believed because the zombie virus had the prices low. It was only after the prices went up, people believed. Remember, friends, I made in my video, green candles make you smarter. I know you've learned a lot from me. It's just learning that. You're like, oh, yeah. People have 100 facts in their face. Don't matter. If the price is up, now they start learning. If the price is down, nah. No one pay attention. So, this global liquidity thing, once it enters the zeitgeist of people, and people start probably learning more and more. Now, obviously, we're just speculating ourselves. It's the spice of life, friend. But it's the new QE, the new flavor. It's basically, it's the new reason for a conservative non-believer to buy assets because, see, they don't believe in crypto, but they believe in the Fed. They believe in the government. These people are cucks. Okay? They don't know how to take risk. They follow the herd. They wait for the government to tell them that it's right to do something or it's okay now, and then they jump in. You see? So if these people, once they finally learn about the global liquidity cycle, they go, oh, sweet. So what's going to happen, friends, is what might happen is, say Bitcoin goes up, hopefully it's 200K, everything else is pumping. And then what people will say is, they'll say, oh, it's okay if we go down because of the global liquidity cycle. And they're just going to print us back up. They're going to say that. But you and I know, when you have non-believers in, bro, the government is not going to rescue you in 6 weeks, okay? There's too many non-believers. Your inflation's ticking up too much. There's too many people misallocating capital. They're throwing it on junk at that point. Inflation's too high. They have to let this thing crush down. Maybe some recession spikes and stuff. Don't worry about guessing the GDP and all these other things, but you get the point, okay? So we all know that. It comes down to these cycles, believers and non-believers. Right now, you're believers. Right? You believe in the 4-year cycle, the global liquidity cycle. Oh, yeah, you're long. You're long with your portfolio. People who don't believe, they might be forced to believe next year when things go higher than they think, because they're all going to say the same thing. They're all going to say, don't worry, I'm long here, but it's actually good because if it go down, they're just going to print any money. They're going to print money. Yeah, that's true from today. If stocks drop 25% from today, yeah, they're printing money. I don't know if a Bitcoin 200K mark is so safe though, when everybody else is talking, because that means, friends, when they're all talking about it, it means they've already priced it in. So whatever, hopefully crypto is now 8 trillion, 10 trillion, whatever it is. And hopefully our lives have all been changed for the better. This is your friend Sommi, wearing a Make Memes Great Again hat. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.